All right, we
Down the road.
You know what? I don't think that actual part didn't make it in there. So let's go ahead and do that again, shall we? So I'm watching you in the bottom do this, and I'm like, what is he doing? Is he party walking right now?
I was like so into it. Oh my god.
I see. Hey guys. Guess what, y'all? We are back. Welcome back. This is our first time, our first recording, our first live stream of 2021.
The Quack Attack is back, Jack!
You love saying that.
I do.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Highly Melanated Podcast, the place where your melanation has a place to sit across the nation.
Pin drop.
I literally just made that up just now. So
off the
top. I think we're gonna start like
some of the best things when you just do it right off the top of the dome.
Doing a lot of that. So PJ, Shucky quack quack. I know, right? I do this every single time. PJ.
And the thing is, you do this every single time. You know you're the one who starts it off.
It's fun. PJ, I am. You know what? Again, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Red, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Scene.
And Blair, the Quack Attack is back, Jack.
And you are listening now back again to another episode of Highly Melanated Podcast. Actually, let me rephrase this. You are listening to another episode of the award-winning Brooklyn's Podcast of the Year podcast. We are glad to be back. We've been out and about in these here streets, and things have been quite interesting. But as always, guys, you can follow us on all forms of social media that we are currently on. You have Instagram, which is Highly Melanated Podcasts on Instagram.
You can always email us at highlymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet us at H_melanatedpod.
So I'm laughing because I know he had to open his book to look
at it. I didn't find it. I did not even find it. I was all like, come on, I could do this.
Hey, look, you did it though. That's off the top.
And today's episode is actually going to be a special episode, especially since this is our first day back. We're kind of like reintroducing ourselves to us, since as you can see, it's just the three of us, right? So the idea at the same time is, now that you got an idea of who we are, from what you've listened to all of our 60 episodes, 62 episodes so far, we want to introduce you to a little bit more of us. So we each have our friends who are here with us, our best friends, or so to speak, the people who are our ride or dies. We love them to death. They're here every day, and they're going to join us momentarily. We'll bring them up.
Hurry up!
All right, well then, fine. We'll bring them up right now. So first up, let's see. Since she wants to hurry up. First up, boom boom. We've got Noreen in the building.
Let me introduce my bestie. Everyone. Go best friend, that's my best friend. Go best friend, that's my best friend.
Did you want to introduce her?
This is and now she's how you gonna throw her out? Bring her back in.
I'll bring her up when you
back in. I can introduce her. Hello, Everybody, highly melanated podcast listeners, I want to introduce you to my bestie, to my ride or die since 2002. Okay, BTB, been through thick and thin. This is the incomparable, illustrious, well known, never fabricated, never duplicated. Okay,
Yes,
she's one of a kind. Mrs. Noreen Beecham, aka the baddest beach. Ew.
Hi, everyone. That was a lovely introduction, Jess.
The baddest beach.
Oh gosh, so we okay. So we all have to. All right. And next up, since you're, go ahead. I'll just do mine.
No, Eric, get in here.
Not the sneak in, not the who's knocking at your door.
Here is the Mr. Eric Akwe. He is a food connoisseur, a wine connoisseur, an illustrious photographer. We're glad to have him here, Mr. Eric Akwe. Thank you so much for being here. Now that some of the pandemic rules have lifted up a little bit, we are in the same room. We are close to our best.
All right, and last but not least, I shall bring up my bestie, my friend of 20 plus years, my ride or die, who has been there, who has seen me from the to where I'm at now, who's just, I love her down. We're gonna bring her up, and her name is Des.
Yes.
All right, that's my sister from another mister, my homie, lover friend, the recipient of the Big Tits and Ass Award of 2001. Yeah. We gotta bring that back.
Okay. BT and A. Okay.
So welcome, guys. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Good.
We're good.
Be on the show.
Yay.
Okay. All right. So let me before we get into, so today we got a nice quick little game for anybody who's interested in knowing a little bit more about us three individuals up top row, minus the one in the is that teal?
Yes. Good eye, sir. Good eye.
in the polo. Want to have a quick conversation really quick about like what friendship is to you guys. So first let's see how did everybody meet each other?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I love this story. So Noreen and I met freshman year at where?
University of Michigan.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Okay. Look, y'all thought I was a menace before with all the Michigan Go Blue references. It's about to be on 10 today. We actually met freshman year in college. It was the first week. We were both housed on the same floor in the freshman dorm because I had signed up to be part of a living learning community. And so everybody who was part of that specific community was all in the same floor of the same dorm. But the thing is, Noreen wasn't part of that living learning community, but somehow she got put on the same floor anyway. But long story short, I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but like for those who don't know or might be surprised to hear, I used to be like painfully shy and introverted, like so shy, so timid. You would never think to know that now.
I can see that.
I was quiet as a church mouse, like. So I had told myself that when I went to college, I was going to make myself over. I was going to be more outgoing. I was going to, like it was my mission to make friends. Okay. It was my mission. So our floor had like a floor, like meeting, like kind of thing. And Noreen and I had met like very briefly, like before that. And I had in my head, I was like, this girl is going to be my friend. She's going to be my friend. she's gonna be my friend. And like the big task for me was like invite her to go to lunch with you. Invite her to go to lunch. Like that was like, and I was so scared to do it because like it was just too much for my little brain. And I remember we were all at a hall meeting. We were sitting outside in this big, huge circle. And I was like, just do it before you lose your nerve. So I texted her and was like, want to meet for lunch? And then I sent the message. I was like, okay, the hard part's over. Done. She's sitting on like some other like part of the circle and her phone goes off so loud with my text message. And like, she's like over in the corner, like trying to turn her phone off. And I felt so bad. I was so embarrassed. I felt so bad because like everybody's looking like, whose phone is that?
Right.
And then a beautiful friendship formed.
Yes.
Noreen, what's your version of the story? What's your
right?
She has it spot on. She got it spot on. Yeah.
Okay.
No, her version of the story is like some crazy girl walked up to her and was like,
no.
Like that's her version of the story.
Damn, you just gonna tell what her version is?
Yeah. Like I said, I ain't shy no mo.
We switched roles.
All right. What about you, Eric and Chris? Redifer.
There you go. Redifer. I like that.
That's good.
We
met in college.
Yeah, University of Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. But we were like friends from afar, kind of in college. Like we were cool with each other, but we weren't like besties in college.
It was so weird because how we met was through Greek life, right? Mm-hmm. So I pledged Iota Phi Theta, and he pledged Phi Beta Sigma. So we always knew about each other for a very long time. And, we didn't really get to know each other until after college, right?
After college. So actually, we were at a happy hour networking event.
Yes.
And we ran into each other. And I was like, oh, so
I was like, what you doing out here? He was like,
And like after school, you run into someone and it's like, okay, like let's keep in touch. And we did. And then it just like literally went from 0 to 100. Like we just started hanging out all the time.
Yeah. It was like realizing, when you're friends from afar, you don't realize like how many similarities that you guys actually will have until you actually start talking and start interacting. So we're realizing that we're both like really nerdy. We both like comics. We both like sci-fi, fantasy, all that other stuff like that.
It was like, how did it take this long for us to connect like this?
To this day, we're still like.
I have no idea. We have so much in common.
All things in God's timing. There was a specific reason why that timing linked up the way it did.
I was supposed to, and here we are.
Yeah, and then it's funny because from that, like so many other friendships have formed from just the two of us being together. Like that's how I met Chris, and then that's how I met.
Call it the spider web.
Right. It's just like so many other people that we've met, just between the two of us. So that's how we were formed. It has to do.
All right, love that. So, all right, so Des and I. Okay, wow. So I used to work for H&M, right? Many years ago, and I remember the day that we were supposed to be getting a new manager, and everybody was already given like a little bit of like an idea of who she was, right? Which was the dumbest, rudest idea ever. It was like, okay, she's a lesbian, and she's kind of thick, so I think she's gonna be
like this information.
FYI, like, okay, this is
icebreaker. What was
yeah, exactly. Okay, this is also like,
violating all the HR rules. Come on,
literally.
This came from Shannon Turner. Oh, I just said her full name. This just came from the store manager herself.
The answer to who now?
So, and she was telling us, and so everybody had this like it was weird because everybody had this like vision of like what she would be. Like we were gonna do. Like, she came the first day that the truck came, and like we went to the shipment, right? And they thought she was gonna be like, "Let's go, get it, come on, move faster." And literally, Des pulled up and was like, "Hey y'all, I'm a lady."
I mean, I am.
And it from like just working with her for like maybe like 2, 3, 4 days or so, 3 shifts, I was like, I like you. And then she offered me food. And so
And that was all
That's
she wrote.
it. That's it.
There, huh?
You know,
Show's over. Have a good night,
Hey, you
folks.
haven't been able to get rid of them since, huh, Des?
and then it was some things like we started hanging out, and then I actually like went to her house when she lived in South Orange, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a quite interesting time there. We won't go into too much detail, but that person no longer exists nor matters because she is a happily married woman. And it was interesting how some people are so insecure. She's like, so what, you fucking him now? She's like,
right.
He's a whole homosexual. Like, so am I. Like, it was a lot. And we just bonded from then. And that's when she got the award for Big Tits and Ass for New Jersey. Yeah,
Wait, you forgot to add that you would always smack my ass so hard that it would sting for like 2 days.
Oh wow.
More HR rules being broken.
I mean, but at this time, we're friends. So
Bonded for life.
right.
So yeah, we've always it's just, I just love like what you just said, Blair, like certain things happen for a reason at certain times. It's just like bonds, it molds people's together. So yeah. Yeah. Hold please. So bear with me because I was also in the ER yesterday, so my throat is a little, so I'm going to probably step away a couple of times just to get more tea. So I'm making sure I'm good.
Okay.
Have Charlie bring you some tea. How about that? Have him earn his keep.
See, I thought you were going to oversleep, so I was going to be like, oh God, what am I going to have? To have my 2 dogs? I'm going to sit here and talk to them. So, but before we get into our conversation, before we get into the first part of our conversation, let me also like express something that is going to be a new thing for Highly Melanated Podcast. And this is for all you out there. We have a new segment that we're including called the Highly Melanated Business. So what that is specifically is for those of you who are business owners, those of you who are Black or brown business owners, and you want to have your business spotlighted here on our show, free of charge. We're not saying this is what it costs.
Our award-winning show.
I apologize.
At $3.99. If it's for free, it's for me.
Please open it up. Do they have our trophies that we can go collect? Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
I know, right?
That's the point. My trophy case is ready to receive my anyway, back to the point.
And it still hasn't come in. Unfortunately, it's only going to be 1 trophy.
I mean,
we can rotate it.
That's fine.
It's only the first trophy. More to come.
So if you want your business actually spotlighted on our show, and you would be our highly melanated business of the week. Now, the only thing that we would do is like normally if you listen to podcasts, they put on the people who are the hosts of the podcast actually record the intro to your business. It wouldn't be us. It's actually just you. So it's important for you to be able to put whatever melanated spin you want to put on your business. This is your business. You advertise it the way you want to, and it'll start off our show before each conversation. So you would be our spotlighted melanated business of the week. So this week,
I know you
already.
I know you.
So right now for the live stream, we have one. It'll come out in the podcast form, but it's for Silk Cosmetics. And it'll play. I'll put all the information actually in the comments below for the live stream itself. I don't have it, unfortunately, right in front of me. I'm ashamed because I just thought about it as we talked about this earlier.
Right. That's how it goes. It's live.
But it's going to be in the actual episode. So yes. So boom. That's that.
Boom, boom, boom.
So who's ready to answer questions about each other?
I think we are
so excited about this every
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
We haven't done something fun like this in a while.
Right. Go ahead. Well, go ahead, Blair. You go first then.
Okay, so So I'll start this first question. So basically, like each one of us like came up with like 5 different questions. I don't think we're gonna get through all 15 questions, but we'll ask the question, answer it about our best friend, have our best friend answer that question about us, and then all the other pairs will answer the same question. So my first question, let me go to it, is what is something that embarrasses your best friend? So
Wait. She just ready to go. That is not what we're supposed to happen.
huh?
No, she's supposed to go first. Dang, go on it.
All right, go ahead.
It's fine. Go ahead.
What's something that embarrasses me?
Absolutely nothing embarrasses her. Nothing.
Low key, she's right, because I made it. I don't feel like I embarrass easily. I don't embarrass easily, and I'm kind of hard pressed to think of something that I would be embarrassed by. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, no. Ding ding ding, correct. And if I were to answer this question about my bestie, Noreen, what embarrasses her? Me. My black ass. Because if you were to ask her right now if she's embarrassed, she'd probably say a little bit, because I'm just, we'll be out in public somewhere and I'll just start like acting a fool and she'll be like, stop it. Stop it. Oh, like for example, when we were in college and I came out here to New York to visit her while we were still in school, she's so embarrassed of me, because like me being like this Midwesterner, like I'm like, hi everybody, hi the people on the street. She's like, stop it. People don't act like that here. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. So, what embarrasses Noreen? Me. I do.
Okay.
All right. So, Eric, what embarrasses Red?
I was literally going to say a similar thing. Not easy to embarrass. We are usually the embarrassment when we're together.
Okay, so that's how it normally works. When we're with our group of friends, we're the ones that are normally
embarrass everybody else.
And
when you talk about like your bestie being the same brand of crazy that you are, like we have the same kind of humor, the same nerdy approach to life, like the same fun, I feel like.
Yeah.
So we kind of set each other off and we like egg on each other and keep feeding off each other, and everyone around us is like, they doing the most right now. And we just having fun.
Down to like just dancing with strangers in the middle of the street. And of course all of the friends are just all like,
right.
What are you doing?
And I'm like, oh, it's a dance party.
Why would you do that? And I'm just like, because it's fun. Come and join. No, absolutely not. I'm going to go sit down and have a drink.
I just feel like we don't take life too seriously. I mean, there are moments to be serious, but we definitely and we do really well at helping each other do that. And I think that's part of why we're such close friends.
It's kind of like, it's almost bad almost to a fault, right? Because sometimes we're like, he'll go up and I'll go up, and he'll go up and I'll go up. And like who's going to end this?
It's like, oh, the group left us.
Right.
Let's go catch up.
Aw, that's awesome. So, Red, you would say this is your answer the same about Eric? What embarrasses him?
Yeah, I don't think that there's much that embarrasses him. I think sometimes you get a little self-conscious.
Yes.
But once you get past that and then you have like, a sip of whiskey, then you're fine.
Hence the glass here waiting for me when I go.
Sounds like me, yeah.
This episode is brought to you by whiskey.
She participates.
Yeah.
Maker's
Totally,
Mark.
I feel you on that.
This episode is brought to you by me.
As a matter of fact, I told her to take a shot before.
She did.
You took a shot?
Loosen up.
I didn't. I didn't.
No. Go ahead, take a shot. Go ahead, take a shot. Take a shot.
Commercial.
Do it. I don't drink anymore, so but take a shot. Yes, I'm
Oh
now
my
drinking, but-
goodness.
Yeah.
So,
All
Des,
right.
what would you
What
say
am I-
embarrasses PJ?
Oh my gosh. I have to agree with Eric and Red there. Like, not too much embarrasses him. And then I also agree with your best friend that sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Like, he just parked in the middle of the street, like, oh my God, oh my God. But then I'll like pull out the camera and just record him or take pictures and then
That's good.
Y'all are always ready with the camera.
Mhm.
She
I
has
think-
so many videos of me acting
I
a mess.
do. I really do.
Oh, I have a slew of videos to film.
Please send those to I am PJ Ryan. It's like it's crazy because especially this question, I think that's why a lot of people are friends the way they are, because people don't really. If you're my best friend, you love me for me. You see me for me. You don't get embarrassed by anything that I do. So like, you'd be like, okay, what the fuck is his problem? But that's just who they are, and you love them regardless. And the same thing. So like I would say nothing really embarrasses Des except for when we're like out in the street and I'll be like, hey, just like some random person walking past as we're walking past them. Like, hey, how are you? But it's just the randomness, just because I enjoy being around someone who enjoys being around me. So
Right.
and we just have fun because as we can see, we're two alike. You guys, are you two alike? Noreen, would you say that you're?
We are.
It's so funny
We
because
are.
everybody from when we met freshman year, everybody thought we were twins, like actual like sister, like twins, and we were like,
Our mannerisms are spot on for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, people actually think me and Phil are brother and sister as well. Like,
I mean, we technically actually had the same nose for the most part.
watch
And
it, buddy, watch it.
Have you
I
seen
mean,
it?
we do.
But
And
I actually introduced her to people as my sister. So they'd be like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Well, I've known her for 20 some odd years, so but she's still my sister." So yeah. So all right.
Your best friend is your sibling, right? Like you pretty much family. So
Isn't that interesting though? How that actually turns out? Like you would think sometimes your best friends are stronger than you and your siblings. They're closer than you and your siblings. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes,
yeah.
So all right, I'm
saying like they say like your friends are the family that you choose.
Correct. Right.
yeah.
So let's see. The next question. Where did I go? Wait, where did everything go?
Do you want me to tell you your question, PJ?
Yes, if you can pull all the questions, then that
Sure, no problem. Your question was, who is your friend's favorite music artist and why?
You want me to answer that? Really?
No, I can answer it for you.
No. I can answer it for you.
And that's how the game goes.
You love Selena Johnson.
Ding, 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 ding.
You love her. You will go see her for the rest of your life if you could.
She's playing at NJ in a few weeks.
Let me know.
For free.
Hint, hint.
Oh, let me know. Let me know.
Hint.
Hashtag we going.
Right.
Okay. And well, what's the reason why?
Oh shit.
I just don't even know. You just love her for no reason at all.
Speak to your soul.
Oh God. I feel so horrible now. Like I know it, but I can't get it off my tongue.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Don't unsister me.
Don't friend me.
All right, we've got a one. Oh, it's because I just love her. That's it. It's actually no reason.
Corny. You are so corny.
Thinking there's like an actual like
Actually,
reason,
because
like she signed an autograph for you when you were 12, and
no,
like,
I'll say this because of
somehow.
out of all the artists that I have ever met, and had the pleasure to be in personal space with, she is the first and the only one who is authentically who they are on the television in their music, as well as how they sound, as well as their personality. Like, she's amazing. So like seeing her live definitely did change my whole perspective on her being my favorite. Now I know you're down here, right? Okay, so I know yours without a shadow of a doubt is Mary J. Blige.
Oh.
Okay.
The big Family Feud.
Wait, so it changed.
Nope.
It's always been
What do
Mary
you
J.
mean? Huh?
Mary J. has always been your bitch.
It used to be, and then I saw Jill Scott in concert. Come
Right.
on.
Okay. Because I was like, that's the only other person I could think of is Jill Scott. And also Des took me to what was that, 2005? Wait, no, sorry. 2014.
It was in Rockefeller Center, right?
For New Year's Day, we went to Jill Scott.
Radio City.
Radio City Music Hall.
I think it was like 2014 or 2015. Something like that.
2014 going to 2015, because I had just left the Strange Little Man, and it was everything that I needed at that time, because she gave me life. Next.
Okay.
Don't you ever forget it either.
I will never. I don't even. Oh my God! I can't. I don't even know why I said Mary J, because I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I think it's Jill Scott, but I'm gonna say Mary J. Yeah.
Go with your first gut.
See, go with your gut, Crispy.
Okay, so Noreen's favorite. I have, so she has like specific songs that she gets like in like the phase of like a song, and like that's like all she'll listen to like forever. And then like when she finds like a new song, like that'll be like the song for a while. Like for a while it was like what was that Nicki Minaj song that you were like obsessed with?
The Crying Game.
Yes, she played it like it was the song that she played all the time. She likes who is the now I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, I don't think she has like a favorite artist. Do you?
I do, but you guys are going to kick me out the chat if I name it. So.
Safe space.
Now I want to know who it is.
Right.
Blair's like,
Why?
I didn't ever kick you out the chat.
Madonna?
Yo, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, she's Madonna.
Okay,
Go with
Madonna.
it.
Yes.
Have we not
She's obsessed
learned
with
it?
Madonna. Yes.
Nothing
In
wrong
my
with
head,
that.
I could not think of this. I couldn't verbalize like the song, but like in my head, it was something like na, 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 na. I was like, it's that, whoever that is, Madonna.
Yes, Madonna.
Nice.
Imagine being like 18 years old in the Midwest and you meet somebody who's obsessed with Madonna.
Love it.
And I'm from Brooklyn, so it doesn't make. Oh, where did I go? Sorry.
We lost you. Oh,
Sorry. And I'm from Brooklyn too, so it's
but
like
tell us why Madonna is your favorite artist.
Come on, Brooklyn.
my sister. My sister's generation, they just grew up on Madonna out on Long Island, so
So you got it by proxy.
I guess.
By default.
My sister's 16 years older than me, so
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Lisa.
yeah, it's my sister. I
Oh,
attribute it to
boy.
Madonna, but Madonna, yeah, random.
All right,
I know.
Madonna people. Madonna. And who would
Don't
you
hold it
say-
against me.
We won't. We still love you. I still love you.
You good.
19 years
like
later, and I
Madonna,
still
too.
love you.
He's like, I mean,
It's just which version of Madonna are we talking of?
All of it.
the Immaculate album, like Live to Tell, La Isla Bonita,
Okay.
Material Girl, Madonna,
Okay.
like 80s
Okay.
Madonna.
Okay.
Oh wow, you
80s,
took it
okay.
back.
I'm 80s Madonna.
I think this used to be my play. I think this used to be my playground. Is like my cutoff for her.
Oh, okay.
The babyface era.
Just,
Yeah,
just to bring it back full circle, guess where Madonna's daughter went to school?
University of Michigan.
We're gonna get this.
Go blue. All hail the
Yes.
victor. Go ahead. Wait. Red. Wait. Go ahead. Y'all two, go ahead. Do it. Let's see. Go blue.
Wait, but she has to say
All
who
hail.
my favorite artist is.
Wait,
Oh, dang on it. I just wanted to hear you both say all hail at the same time. I just want to hear that.
Oh.
So who would you say my favorite artist is, Noreen?
I'm gonna go with Drake.
He's like
Random.
Drake is forever just gonna stand the test of time for me. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Really?
Like, is it like Drake and
really?
Drake, or
I know,
like
right?
Wheelchair Jimmy.
Right.
So here's the
Were you like
thing.
a-
When Wheelchair Jimmy first like started like coming out with music,
We start.
and he was like, "Yeah, my name is Drake." I was like, "Your name wasn't Drake. Your name was Aubrey." I was so confused. I was like, "That's Aubrey Graham. He plays Jimmy on Degrassi." Like,
Okay, all right, yeah, you're a real Drake fan.
come on now. And then like I was obsessed with So Far Gone. Like still, like I can listen to it front, back, front, in, out, up, down, all of his albums. I can just. But yes, Drake will stand the test of time for me. But yeah. Good job, bestie.
Got your girl.
Yes. And now you're all hell, yeah. Because like honestly, I don't even know. I feel like me also, like we have an eclectic taste in music, and I'm like Noreen, like I go through phases where I'm like, okay, I'm listening to this right now. If a new album comes out, I'll be obsessed with it.
Yours right now is K Tronada.
Absolutely 100%. Yes. Yes.
Wow. He was
That
like,
I know.
You know,
that is
yeah.
correct.
I have not been able to turn him off like for a
Because
minute now.
I've known that because every time I see you now, you're like, oh, I gotta go to K Tronada. I gotta do K Tronada this and K Tronada that. And I'm all like, if this motherfucker does right now
You know, I know there's people who would like travel the world to like follow DJs and stuff. Like, I get that for like sometimes a recording artists, but DJs, I'm just like, all right, well, if you did good at the party, I'm vibing, like cool. But like, this is the first DJ that I am completely standing over, and I'm like, I need to see this in concert. So that's the current.
I have to tell you that I appreciate that that's your favorite artist right now because I've only ever seen like the name like written and I had no idea how to pronounce it. So
I thank you because I literally did
Now you
not
do.
think that was it either.
like
I
you
was
said
like,
that, I was like, that's how you pronounce that. Sonata, got it.
So what's Reds?
I've never heard you talk that passionately about any artist like that. Moments, I feel like,
Yeah.
but do you have a favorite?
No.
Okay.
No, I know that's the you're lucky
I don't
this
be out here
time.
looking like
You made it this time, but no, like my taste cycles a lot. Like I feel like I'm in that realm of K Tronada, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. I feel like I do a lot of this, and I mean, even we've talked about this before. Because I'm interested in playing the violin at least a little bit better. So I will listen to artists like Black Violin and Damien Escobar. So like my taste is all over the place. It's what fits the mood for the day.
Right.
I can't go into the mood of the day and be listening to some sappy R&B song if that's not what I'm feeling right now. If I'm feeling why can't I think of a reggae artist right now? If I'm feeling so a reggae beat, like that's what I'm gonna go into at that particular point in time because I want to dance, I want to move, I want to feel the rhythm, not sit there and listen to Damien Escobar to be vice versa. So
yeah, that'd be nice. Like whatever is moving you, like a dance moment.
Yeah,
I feel like every time we have a conversation about music, it's so like crazy, contrasty, different. It's like, what do you listen to? And it's like some alternative song, or it's a classical violin song, and I'm like, okay, what do you even like? Like
that was just like the song that I just posted the other day, saying like, what do you listen to at the gym? And it was just like crab legs,
right? Exactly.
What's your favorite food? The crab legs. And I'll dip it in the butter sauce. I was like,
and these are the music conversations we have. So like,
And I'm
impossible to think about what.
and you add a dash of pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the next question, Red, you had submitted to the group was, what is one thing that you're proud about for your best friend? So, like, Eric, what is something about Red that you're super proud about?
I think that one thing we often talk about is like ambition and trying new things, starting new businesses, and that kind of passion. So I feel like that's something that we bounce back and forth and always support each other on. Like, you know, him with the podcast and me with my new business with my sister and the YouTube channel and things like that. Just like feeding each other creatively. And I think that that's one of the best parts of our friendship. And I'd say that's something that we're both proud of.
Yeah, no.
Aww.
I
We're
mean,
getting into the sentimental part of the segment. Red, what is something you were proud about Eric?
Goodness, I'm so proud of Eric about a lot of different things. You know, the beauty of being in relationships, in friendships with your friends for so long, you know, you get to see them grow exponentially, right? So like when we talked about like when we first met back at the University of Buffalo, I wasn't the same person. He wasn't the same person. And now we're on this journey and we're on this path to like being our best selves and not letting anything get in the way and making sure if things do get in the way of each other, that we are also making sure that they're not in the way. Like he would jump in the way to make sure that something doesn't block me and then vice versa.
Right.
So I appreciate him really opening up and like, you know, deciding to not be so self-conscious about a lot of different things. A lot of our conversations revolve around being self-conscious and like, you know, oh, what will this person say? What will this group of people think?
Right.
Who cares?
Right. So I'm a perfectionist in my head. So I'm always like, this has to be perfect before I put it out into the world, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it doesn't. Just put it out into the world because the time that you're taking to perfect this, like you would have created 3-4 more things. Right. So he's good at like grounding me and bringing me back and just saying, hey, just, you know, don't overthink it. Just share it, you know? And I think we do that a lot for each other. It's a special.
And I'm proud of you starting this endeavor with your sister. You know, the
sibling soiree. Plug.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, plug it.
All right, plug it. No, plug it.
Come on, highly melanated business of the week.
There
Go
we
ahead,
go.
push your audio file.
I got it spinning for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a recent business that I started with my sister, and we basically sample and support and celebrate Black-owned food and beverage companies. So we are being foodies, we are being our authentic selves, and we are getting these businesses out there. And like we've had a lot of conversations throughout this process where, you know, he's kind of helped me through some of these moments where I'm just like, no, it has to be perfect. And sometimes it's just about starting and doing, you know?
Correct.
That's a good reminder, and this one does that for me.
Oh, yay. I know. Look, I was going not to shed a tear, but so I'll answer this question about Noreen, and then we'll go the other way. But honestly, like, and I'm not gonna cry, but the thing that I am the most proud about Noreen is just what an amazing, you know, wife and mother she is. So, and the reason why this is just so like, she was the first in our friends circle from college to get married. Like she got married like legit, like right when we graduated. And like, can you guys like remember being like, you know, like freshly out of college and like just like really just kind of like starting like your adult life. And then like she was the first one of us to take that step into what I consider like real adulthood. And I just remember being like so in awe of her and just so like, wow, like she's really out here doing this. Like she really just like got married and then she started a family. And I just remember thinking, I was like, she's such an adult.
I was just about to say that. That's awesome.
I was like, she's such an adult. And like, I just, my little brain just kept like thinking about this. Like, wow, she's really like a whole wife and mother and doing so well at it. Like so well. Like I love like going over to like her house and like spending time with like her husband and her kids because it's such a well like nurtured environment. It's so loving. It's so fun. It's like exactly like I see like the type of like childhood that like her kids are having, and I'm like, this is the ideal, like to have like such like a strong like support system and like know that they can come to their mom for anything. Like I don't really, she knows I'm not like, I can be sappy sometimes, but a lot of times like I'm not. But like
Get a tissue. Give
I
it.
appreciate like straight up like tell you, Noreen, like I'm just so proud of you. I'm just so like in awe of you, like really like out here really, because I mean, I think I don't really talk about it. Like the whole like adulting thing, like low key like terrifies me. So to see her doing it and see her doing it so well, like gives me hope that I can too one day be a real adult. So that's how I feel.
That was beautiful.
It was. Well done, Noreen.
Oh, yes, well done, Noreen.
Well done, Noreen. And nicely spoken, Blair.
Yes. I thank you, Aaron. Well done, Noreen.
Oh, no.
She had to grab a tissue real quick. She'll be right back.
Did you really turn off your camera?
No, it keeps turning off. I'm here, guys. I don't know what's going on. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. My camera keeps turning off. So the thing that I'm so proud of Blair about is when she moved to New York and she set a goal and she said, I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna go after my dream of being a model, an actress, and just gave up her typical career and just went full-fledged into it. And she's doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
She is doing her thing. Like, that's what I'm most proud about her about. Like,
thank you.
That's not easy. Yeah.
It's not easy. And it really like I could not be able to do it if I didn't have such a strong support system and like my friends and people who like really like are there for me to encourage me. So
and I told her I'm going to be her guest at the Oscars one day. We're speaking it into her future.
I think you did say that one time.
She did. Yeah.
We are putting it in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm here for it.
Thank you. Love you, bestie.
Love you too.
All right. So, Des, what is something about PJ that you are super proud of?
Well, I think everyone said what I wanted to say. Like, I am most proud of PJ for dropping the job and doing his own thing. Like, I don't think I'm built like that. Like, I need to know when it's coming, how it's coming, whatever. But he quit his job and he's been doing extremely well. He's been doing better than he was when he was working. So I'm proud that he took a chance on himself because he always used to doubt himself. And he has big balls to still be doing what he's very passionate about. He's so stupid. I'm just proud of the man that he's become because when I met him, he was a boy and he has grown to be this phenomenal, beautiful being. So that's my baby. That is my baby.
I was gonna hide behind the mic.
You better not hide. Show your face. You better take these roses.
You so stupid.
You know what? It's funny because, like, as you said earlier, Eric, like, you know, you're friends so long, you've seen people grow. Mm-hmm. You know, and like she said, I was a boy. It's like when I met. I mean, she was a grown ass woman. You know. Big ass and big titties.
Go to hell.
You know, I mean, but she was more adultish than I was, right? The way I saw myself. So when I think about what makes me proud about Des is the fact of how much she's emotionally grown. Mm-hmm. And that's a hard pill to like. You can grow physically, you can grow mentally, but emotionally, some people are so stunted and stuck in a way. I'm proud when she started therapy, when she like really took this important thing seriously, when she got married and she's taking her relationship seriously. You know, like she was is my what is that? Is that my muse? Like that I picture myself to be like one day when I grow up, you know. Yeah, it's gonna get all the tears because I got more of them coming. You know, like to see where she's come from, and her actual story, to know where she's been and to see where she's going and how she's getting there. It astonishes me every single time. That's why I love her for everything and every day. Just I don't have any more words right now. So yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I really didn't prep us for all the feelings that are coming.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know I was gonna get this.
Another one coming. This next question PJ submitted. So it's up to you guys which direction you want to take this. You can go the emotional route or you can go the hysterical route.
Yeah,
So the group that PJ posed to the group. So Des, you'll answer this about PJ is what do you think is your friend's greatest memory of you two that you're gonna have the rest of your life?
There's so many.
Right.
Oh my god. That's a hard question because it's just so many. It's not just one.
That is true because I think we all have that. So
Yeah.
let's qualify this a little bit and say like, what's the first memory of the two of you that comes to mind that makes you laugh?
Oh my god.
The first memory that makes me laugh, Phil came to my house one day and just ate everything out of my refrigerator. Just ate everything out of the refrigerator.
See, it started because you fed him at work that first day.
Right.
Look, you don't know if this is good or not.
Everything in the fridge.
Everything. Everything.
You have to know better than that.
But I was always raised to never turn people, like to not feed people.
So were you just like sitting back, like watching him, like
I was actually recording him.
Eat me out of house and home.
I was recording him. But I lost the video because it was on my other phone.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, Mr. Hungry Hippo. So what's the first memory that comes to mind for you that makes you laugh of you and Des?
Well, okay, so the first memory right now that comes to mind is not the first memory itself. It's actually like one of the last memories.
Mm-hmm.
I had Des and my other friend Prissy. If Cookie was available, it would have been great. We had I got booked to do an infomercial or some like an advertisement for an HIV medication. So the idea with the conversation was friends who support friends living with HIV. And it was supposed to be a picture of just us like laughing, like I'm in the center and they're laughing, like, and we're just like having fun. The entire shoot, as they were trying to take the picture, Des here is just cracking jokes and just laughing, and we're just laughing, and we don't even know. It got to a point where we just started laughing just because we had no idea what we were laughing at. And we were just like, the people were getting a little frustrated, but then they were like enjoying themselves. But they were like, okay, so we need something really good. But they kept showing. So this is the look that we're going for. We were still doing it, but Des would not stop.
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself.
And so Prissy's hair was in the way, and it was like her hair would flow and it would cover my face, and they were like, you know, it was like it was great to share that moment, especially that's where I want, of all the people that I sent everything to, it would be the people who were there from the very beginning of my status. But to actually have her there and then crack up every single person that was a part of that set was phenomenally amazing. And I will love that and cherish that for the rest of my life, even though I have no idea where it is.
See, this is the
we don't know
picture
where it ended up.
So many ways. The picture is just full of authenticity.
Yeah, but but we had no idea where it was. We got it. It was booked. I got the extra because it was used. But like, hey, so
You haven't seen but that's how it goes for us. Like, you never see half the thing.
We'd have to run into it.
So just put it out into the universe. If any of our viewers have seen this photo, please let us know, because that's how I find out about most of the things that I shoot. Is like somebody is like, "Hey, is this you?" And I'm like, "That is me." Like,
like when you were on that billboard.
Remember, I was in the Jacob Jackson.
Noreen, did you see her billboard that was above Junior's?
Yes, actually, I have a picture of us in front of it. Yeah.
So the first memory that pops into my mind of me and Noreen that makes me laugh is actually me, Noreen, and our other best friend, Star. And this is the first thing that just pops into my mind. What was it? I guess it was 2019 or 2018, maybe 19. Whatever the Super Bowl it was, where the Eagles were in the Super Bowl.
My birthday weekend, yeah.
This one, yes, her birthday weekend. This one was like, I want to go to the casino to watch the game. I want to go to the casino to watch the game. Mind you, she lives in Jersey, okay? So we drove out to some casino out in the middle of no man's land somewhere. And I'm just like, okay, all right, fine. Mind you, I just want to watch the game. Y'all know me, I love football. I just want to watch the game. So we're driving to Timbuktu while the game is going on to get to the casino to watch the game. We get there, nobody's at the casino. I don't want to be here. Nobody's here. We drove 2.5 hours to get here.
And you don't want to be here no more?
And now you don't want to be here? So what was the alternate plan that you came up with, Noreen?
Let's drive to Philadelphia.
Oh, that's okay.
Another 2.5 hour drive.
So we hop in the car and we drive to Philadelphia just in time to see the second half of the game. The Eagles win. So of course, since the Eagles won and we're in Philadelphia, what do? You go out and party in the streets with all the Philadelphia Eagles fans. And I will never forget, I was like, this chick has me out in the middle of Main Street. Just it was pure chaos. It was chaotic. And the best part of the night was they had two like big trash compactor trucks that like were supposed to be blocking off the street, but nobody gave a fuck about that. Okay, like everybody is like, trash compactors, what? Trying to push the trucks out of the way. And then I was like, all right, well, we're here. Let me embrace this. So me and Noreen and our friends climb up onto the trash trucks compactors, and we're cringing. Like, we're taking pictures
about it now. Pre-COVID. I would never ever do this. It was a bad decision thinking about it now. But
what year was this?
It was either 2018 or 2019.
No, I think it was 2017 or 8. The year the Eagles won. I think it was 2017.
Okay, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It had to be 18. It was 18.
Yeah, it must have been 18 then.
But yes, that's one of my favorite laugh out loud memories is the time Noreen made me drive spur of the moment. Like, mind you, like, had we like planned this out beforehand, I'd be like, okay, cool. But it was like spur of the moment. Let's drive to Philadelphia.
It was really random. But you'll remember it for the rest of your life, right?
And that's why that's the memory that popped into my mind given this question.
Kudos for giving Blair to do things that are not scheduled. Yeah.
Y'all know I love a schedule. Okay.
Okay.
So my fondest memory of us together is when we really thought we were going to be like a rap duo.
Come on, Supersonic. Come on, JJ Fad.
So back in the day,
can we go back to the embarrassing question from before? Oh no!
Oh, okay. Back in the day, I used to date a so-called rapper, and he had like they had those like mixtapes. So Blair was on a mixtape and she dropped her verse and we really thought we were about to be the new upcoming girl group because I play the piano too. I have to send you the video too.
Oh no!
You can send that to Eileen.
All of us.
You can send that to highly melanated podcast at gmail.com.
But
Yeah,
she has it in. Yeah, she's a good rapper.
We really thought we was about to be.
We thought we were about to blow up. We really did.
That was also Super Bowl weekend, 2006.
Oh, it really was.
When the Super Bowl was in Detroit. Oh my God! Because we rolled around because the Super Bowl was in Detroit that year in 2006, and we drove around downtown Detroit playing the demo out of the speaker.
We physically get discovered. Like somebody's gonna hear this track and stop us and sign us.
It was called "Boss in My Chevy," and
Do you recall any of the lyrics?
I still remember the rap to this day.
Let's go.
Okay, Molly, ready? Okay, wait.
What's the beat?
I don't even.
I don't even remember
the beat, but
okay, wait. It was okay. Wait. I'm a boss in my Chevy and I'm riding real heavy. Wait. Boss in my Chevy and I'm riding real heavy. How did it boss in my Chevy and I'm riding real heavy? Step to the side when I ride through. This ain't the type of ride that you see at a drive-through. Black stilettos to match my black Chevy. These niggas, they be hating because I'm riding so heavy. Navigator's fine. I'd rather have my Chevy because the seats recline. Fogging up the windows because we riding so heavy. Fuck a Hemi truck, nigga. I got my Chevy. I'm a boss. In the Chevy. I'm a boss.
These are the things that we would never know about Blair. Oh wow.
I'm shocked that y'all were.
I'm literally curious about I'm curious most of what Jessica is.
Oh wait, I remember the first part now. I'm a boss in my Chevy and I'm riding real heavy. All these niggas, they be hating off the cheddar that I'm making. Step to the side when I ride through. This ain't the type of ride that you see at a drive-through. Black stilettos to match my black Chevy. These they be hating because I'm riding so heavy. Escalade is great. Navigator's fine. I'd rather have my Chevy because the seats recline. Fogging up the windows because you're riding so heavy. Effort in the truck. I got my Chevy.
We really thought we were about to blow up too. Like, this is the one.
I might need to revisit that. That's hilarious.
They already did theirs, right?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna do this because we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. Unfortunately, like I want to do a part 2 of this.
Do a part 2. We got more questions.
All right, yeah, I want to do a part 2 of this. We got more questions.
For all of our viewing audience, leave a comment below if y'all would like to see a part 2.
Let us know.
I minimize it. I'm pretty.
Let us know.
Go ahead, Eric.
All right, so Eric, what is one of the first memories that comes to mind for you?
So it's funny. I think PJ and Des was talking about like all the laugh out loud moments that they had. Like I feel like that's almost every time we're together, we're just laughing hysterically. So I'm gonna go with one of the more memorable, not just the funny story, but I'm thinking about like one of the big trips we took, like one of the first trips we took to Puerto Rico. It was us and our other best friend Chris, and it was just so memorable because it was the first time that we like really traveled together, like vacation. Yeah. And I remember like doing the tour, and they got the frogs that do the sound cookie, and it just became a joke. Like I guess the frogs are really famous in Puerto Rico, and they make a sound that's supposed to sound like cookie. And we just like everywhere we went, it was cookie, and like the whole time, I just feel like we kept doing that. It was a good trip. It was a good memory.
Wait, but you also got to know. You got to tell them like the whole premise behind the word cookie.
Oh yeah.
That's why it was so funny
it's
because
their mating call.
Oh,
so the word "cokie" is their mating call. So everybody was like "cokie,"
and you literally hear it everywhere you go. So we're just like, wow, they just all around us, like giggity. All right. That's true. Yeah. So then the joke was talking for like, I mean, it still is.
I know all the time.
Still
I
is.
mean, for a long time. Well, now the world knows, but for a long time it was an inside joke. We used to see something that
it ain't inside no more.
Right.
We don't put it out there, but
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my best memories.
Okay.
Where you at?
It's funny. So I two, but I'm just one is just really they're both funny, but one doesn't have much of a story. I'm just gonna say both. One is I was recently going through some of the video that I have because I'm constantly editing photos and editing things, and I saw the old video of us that we recorded when we were both drunk, and we decided to do
the reaction video.
Okay, so. What we do from time to time is, working from home, especially during the pandemic, could be so mundane, right? So we'll go over each other's plays every once in a while, and we'll have a work day where we're just sitting down, we're bouncing creative ideas off of each other, whatever the case may be. After work, we decided to have a couple of drinks, and what we were doing is we were watching different shows. In particular, we were watching Raising Dion, and we were drunk. Which was amazing. Raising Dion was amazing. But what happened is that we had already watched one episode. We had forgot that we had already watched it. So we were watching it already, and we said, "Oh, we already know this episode. We might as well just turn down the volume, and we should just do voiceovers of the entire show." So we did a commentary of the entire show. So I don't know if you remember, there was this one scene where Dion's mother she put him to bed, and he had like the toys and the Lego blocks like floating over his head, and then she got on the phone to figure out what does she need to do with her son. She's talking to her sister. But we gave her the most ratchet, ghetto, voice. I know this boy ain't up in here floating around Legos like he pays some goddamn bills. And we just did the whole thing like that. And we were just. I don't know why we just found it so funny. I don't know if it was because we were drunk, but we were in tears to the point where you start laughing. And no sound comes out. We're just sitting there
both of us.
No, that's the best laugh.
Streaming down our eyes. So that was the most recent thing that I remembered. But then the runner up was when we were drunk.
Runner up, we only get one.
I'm seeing that there's a theme, but we were drunk, and then we decided to have a whole cycling Peloton class.
That's a good one.
On the city bikes outside, and we were telling people
city bikes,
and we were telling people to join us, and people were joining us.
That's a good one.
And
what?
On the dock city bikes.
I was the instructor. I was like, "Come on!"
A whole full on.
While the bike was still docked.
You had a mob. You had a mob.
Strangers joined us, and we had a whole workout class. That was funny.
Okay.
We act the fool. We had fun.
Look at Red. He can't even speak.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap. We're gonna pin this one right here. This has been an amazing experience, guys. I really appreciate all of you being a part of this. I can't wait for part 2.
I will be more awake for part 2. I apologize.
Yeah, the show must go on, but we won't. I'm not going to drop you, and then we keep going because that would be absolutely
rude. We wouldn't allow it.
We would. That would be absolutely absurd. Yeah. So,
people in.
Right. Anybody else want to close anything out before we?
I will say this. I appreciate you, man.
Same.
I appreciate you.
Being invited on also. It was nice. This was a nice experience.
You guys couldn't even tell she was nervous at all, could you?
I'm curious about this mic. Why do you have a mic? What do you do?
Okay, because she's amazing.
They're starting a rap group. Hello.
Our rap career's going, okay?
Yes.
The mic, that's her.
I'm gonna be on the keys, on the piano next time. Yeah.
Yes.
Check 1, 2. But no, like when I first asked her if she would do this with us, she was like, of course she said yes because she's the best friend. She's not gonna say no. But she was so nervous. She was like, I'm nervous. I was like, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. And wasn't she great, you guys?
She was amazing.
She was phenomenal.
Thank
You know,
you.
and I'll leave this like because our format, as everybody has known, has changed, right? So we're no longer doing like food for thought. Now it's pretty much like a situation. We're still working out the details as far as how we're going to actually play this out, but this is something like the ending credits. So I'll start, and then you guys can each follow suit. I am so like, and this is pretty much picking back off what Eric started, because Eric, you and I, we pick back off a lot of each other. I can't wait to see you again. But it's so important that we acknowledge our friends and celebrate our friends, and even though especially during this time we haven't been able to be around our friends as much. This welcome back episode is the importance of it for us to include our friends, to not only just to see a part of us, but just to see the dynamic of what friendship actually can do for a person. And if you feel that your friends at any given time aren't the right friends for you, then please at that time make a change and make a selection, because you have to do what's best for you. And I am so grateful that I have the friends that I have and have had for such a long period of time, who have seen me from the bottom of the bottom to now where I'm at, and I'm glad to be able to share that with my friends. So
Aww.
So stinking cute.
Beautiful.
I mean, it is. I think this could be open for everybody who wants to say something. So it's not just us three. So if you three want to say something as well, you're more than welcome to.
Well, I definitely appreciate you for just being there for me whenever I needed you, whether it was to use your muscles or to make me laugh, to lift
Or to
me up.
stretch your baseball caps, because I have such a big head.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, I forgot. So I used to buy fitted hats, and sometimes they would be a little bit too tight, so I would give it to Phil so that he can stretch it so that it would fit me just right, because his head is so big.
I've never heard anything.
Get you a big-headed friend, okay?
Right.
Get you a big-headed friend.
But I want to thank you. I want to thank you, and I'm always proud of you. I know we don't speak every day, but when we do, it's like we don't miss a beat, and that's what true friendship is.
Yes, I absolutely echo that. Like I said at the beginning of this, Noreen was the very first friend that I made in college when I was trying to become a more outgoing and engaging person. And I think because of our friendship, like I have been fully able to like just be authentically like myself. Like there's not, I mean, like I'm myself most of the time, but like there's a small group of people who I am 1000% authentically myself with, and Noreen is part of that small group of people. Because also in that group, they're the people who know absolutely everything about me. Like I honestly don't think there's anything that Noreen doesn't know about me. Like there's nothing that would be like, oh, I didn't know that. Or we just had a conversation the other day where I was where we were reminiscing on like this trip that we took, and I was talking about like something that like happened like on that trip, and I realized that like at that moment I was like, this is low-key like my dirty little secret that I don't think anybody knows. And I was telling this to her, and I was just like, yeah, I've never told anybody this before. And I was telling her, and I was like, and it just felt like I had to tell it, because I was like, the fact that there's something about me that she doesn't know just doesn't feel right. So yeah, I just want to thank you for just letting me like feel comfortable being my complete and true and whole self around you, because I know that like there's nothing that I could do that Noreen would judge me for. Like I just know, like she knows all the best about me, she knows all the worst about me, and she loves me just the same. So
I do, and vice versa. Jess has been there for pretty much all the firsts in my life. She's on my marriage certificate. She was in the delivery room with me. She was at my home inspection when I bought my first house. All my first, Jess has been there for. So I love her to death, and I couldn't think of anybody to do it without, to go through this life of friendship without.
It's the difference between Jessica and Blair. I just want to fuse them all together. No, don't be mad because we all know her name. So
hey, look, there's different levels to this. I'm a very complicated person, okay? I'm a complicated person. But she knows how to decipher me, okay? She knows how to break it down.
Real friends do. Real friends do.
They do.
I'll say the similar thing, and it's really about, when I say about matching my brand of crazy, just like you said, Blair, just being on the same wavelength, accepting each other for who you are. I feel like we have that, and it's great. So I love and appreciate you, and you know that. But I also just want to say, shout out to take a moment. Right. I also just want to shout out you guys in the podcast because I just love what you are doing here. Honestly, I have some friends and we talk about this concept of Black warmth, right? Just like a space where you could be around melanated people with good vibes and good energy to talk freely about things that matter. And y'all are crushing it, and I'm just really proud and excited for y'all, and I can't wait to see the rest of the trophies to come. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm very passionate about that. Like I said, I have that business with my sister and my sibling. That's my other best friend, and and we're about the same thing. And I just think that we need to do more of this, more of this Black warmth. We need to put it out into the universe. Mm-hmm. So I just want to celebrate what y'all doing, and thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking around for a full episode and a full live stream. This is our first official live stream back after the last time we actually put something out. The live stream we did was when Chadwick passed, and now this is wow, right? Wow. So thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you who are listening to this in podcast form, thank you guys for listening to a full episode of Highly Melanated. As always, you can follow us on all forms of social media that we are a part of, such as Instagram. That would be Highly Melanated Podcast on Instagram.
Make sure to send all your questions, comments, emails, and topic suggestions to highlymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is highlymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com.
Or fly on over to Twitter at @H_melanatedpod.
All right, I'm so proud of him.
So those of you guys who might not know, because we always give our different social media handles and ways for people to get in touch. So PJ always did the Instagram, I did the email, and Red would always do the Twitter. But whenever it came to Red to do the Twitter, he would forget every time. He would forget. We have to re-record it.
It's the one that's the most different. It's the one that's the most different. So I was just all what the HWK? I was like, what?
Everything was taken. I was just like, what the fuck? But also, guys, if you are a Black business owner and you would like to be our Highly Melanated Business of the Week, and again, that spotlight is your audio, you sending us an audio clip describing your business, and we would put it at the beginning of each episode because our purpose of us is not to use our platform to exploit people, but the reason why Highly Melanated was created and is still going on is to help the community any way we can. So whether it's conversation, whether it's our platform, shout out to all the roughly around 10K downloads, every single part of this episode, even the people who voted for us, every part of our show is for the community. So we do what we do for everybody else to help everybody. So on that note, we're going to end this right here. All right. I got some chicken to eat.
You're so Black.
Right.
All right. No, on that piece, love, peace, and
peace, love, and
friends. Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down again?
All right, guys.
Are they gonna be low down? I would just sing us out. Keep going.
Yeah, you are. I'm trying to find the end. Here we go.
I will turn the back on you.
It won't let me see.